Okay, I'm going to call this Dear Diary. These are my Dear Diary segments. This is my Dear Diary 36 weeks edition. What's going on in my life at 36 weeks pregnant? What's going on in my life? What's going on in my life, you ask? Well, I forget words from sentences. Also, do you see this? This is a muumuu from Walmart for $7. This is my favorite outfit at this point, and one of the only ones that fits. Yeah. I feel like pregnancy for so many people is such like a wonderful, beautiful, special, pretty time. And for me, all this whole time, like it's been so hard for me to connect with the fact that I'm having a baby because it's been so miserable. And I don't know that women get to talk about that enough because for so many reasons. But pregnancy is hard. It's so hard. And, there were so many things before I got pregnant that I thought I was going to be when I was a pregnant person. For example, I was like, I'm going to work out. I'm going to eat so well for my child. I'm going to I don't want to take any meds. I don't want any of that gross stuff in my child. All of that has flown out the window. I have maybe worked out collectively 2 weeks total in this whole pregnancy because my body just I was so sick for so long. I was sick until I was 26 weeks and I still throw up every morning. That my body just doesn't, it's just so hard. And when you're out of it for so long, especially, it's so hard to get back in it. So I'm so nervous because I'm prepping for an unmedicated birth and I have no strength. So how do you get through an unmedicated birth without any strength? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. And I'm hopeful that in these birth classes that I'm taking, one of them, she said, birth is 90% mental, 10% strength. And I'm like, perfect. Hopefully that's true because I need it to be 90% mental because I have 10% strength at this point. So yeah, this Zofran I'm still taking twice a day. I'm terrified to get off of it. I'm on omeprazole for my heartburn, acid reflux. I've had a horribly restricted diet because the heartburn has been so bad that I don't eat dairy. I don't eat oils except for avocado oil or olive oil. I don't eat any red meat. I don't eat really anything fun is kind of off the list. Fried food, I don't go out to eat a lot. It's been a lot of turkey meat, chicken, salads. Yeah. For someone who spent so long trying to get out of diet culture and diet mentality, I've never lived a more strict and regimented diet in my entire life. And it was worth it because the acid reflux was so bad and the heartburn was so bad that I wasn't willing to do anything different. Anyway, that's an update on my health. My outfit, this is where we're at. The $7 muumuus, best thing I've ever done for myself. I have so many dreams, as in daydreams about things that I'll be able to do once I'm not pregnant anymore. Things like going on walks and eating food and enjoying certain things. But I don't know what postpartum will be like, and I don't know how hard that will be, and I don't know what kind of kid I'm going to have. And also, I feel like I'm missing this element of bonding with this thing inside my belly that is such a gift and such a blessing. And I don't know how to bond with something that I don't see. And I feel like some women have such an easy time with that, of feeling so connected to their baby. And some women don't. And I feel like I'm one of those. And I have moments of connection. I have moments where I feel emotional about the fact that this is a real person and a real being who is going to come into my life and who I believe is meant to be in my life and my husband's life. And at the same time, I don't know. I don't know her. I don't know who she is, and I don't know who she'll be. And I'm really excited for that moment that moms have, that I hope to have when they lay her on my chest and I just feel like the connection and the love. And for some women that doesn't happen. So it's just, there's so many unknowns in my life right now, and I feel blessed and grateful to have the partner that I have and to have the support that I have and to be in this position that I'm in, because this is what I've wanted for so long. And now that I'm here, I feel like my life is a whirlwind, and I can't quite conceptualize that I'm here and how much of a gift and a blessing it is. And so I'm so curious about how my perspective will shift and change. Like, when I look back on this video, this Dear Diary moment, will I be like, wow, that girl had no idea? And I hope so. I truly hope so. I hope so. And we can't determine the future or decide what's going to happen. And so, will I ever want to have another child again? I don't know. Based on this pregnancy, the answer is no. I would like to have one. And who knows what will happen when I get to embrace this child. And the postpartum period, I don't know. Hopefully, once I get my hair done and get out of these moo-moos, is over for y'all. But actually, I have no gauge or guess as to what that's going to be like. And I have maternity leave, but I am going back to work. And so knowing how to handle that and manage that is a whole thing and a whole shift. And man, how am I going to handle it all? I don't know. I don't know. And again, I have an amazing partner. And we live in a great situation and have a lot of support and a lot of resources. But also, like, this is a venture for the two of us that we're going to be doing on our own, you know? And I feel like I have had a whole journey with with my relationship with God and how I've felt certain things, and I've seen so many elements of his goodness in my life, and I've seen so many things that make me struggle. And so I'm also curious and want to kind of figure out and continue and grow that relationship as I become a mother, because I feel like I'll need help beyond what I am capable of doing. And I do believe that we get help beyond what we're capable of doing when we rely on that higher power. And so I hope this has not just felt like I've just complained the whole time. It's just more that there's so much to think about and so much to consider. And I'm a firm believer that, like, some people's happiness does not take away from yours, or some people's, like, great experience does not, like, discount other people's poor experience. And so, like, I feel like everyone should have that ability to, like, express and say what's on their mind and how they feel. And yeah, I feel like, especially in, like, the fertility community, there's so much hard, and there's so much heartache, and there's so much pain, and it's hard. It's so hard to share experiences one way or the other, because there's so much feeling about it. And I I am grateful to be where I am, and I do feel so blessed. And I recognize that there are other people who don't feel that way because they don't have this opportunity or get this opportunity. And it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking, and it can be divisive at sometimes, which is really tough. Anyway, yeah, that's it. That's my Dear Diary for today. And hopefully the intent feels pure of what I'm trying to communicate. And I just hope to look back on this one day and feel a little bit different.